Right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts you're in the world. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out as we're playing some more Victoria 3 as our community night goes onwards. If you'd like to join in, you're most welcome to. We're just getting the lobby up at the moment. So all the lobby details are over in the Discord, and you should be able to join now. I'll just undeafen myself. Okay, guys, you should be able to see the lobby now. I see Fire joining. Night, Cody.
Let's see.
Okay.
No.
Hello.
I thought I'd launched the game, but I don't need to launch the launcher, so now I actually have to launch the game. Apologies.
That annoys me.
Yeah.
It really annoys me. It's just like launcher of a launcher. You know what your launcher needs? More lawns.
Well, to be fair, that's mainly down to the way that Steam works. That you're going to have to build your own launcher to be able to work cross-platform.
I suppose mods and things make it useful to have a launcher as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember when it was a direct launcher. Directly launched.
I still remember before Steam existed.
I remember when you just
Frank,
put
you
the floppy
remember before the
disk in.
universe existed.
Ah, yes, my youth.
I was gonna say, Flanker still remembers when the internet started. He was the one who found the bug, the first bug in the internet. It was a literal bug.
I've actually been playing this a little bit on my own, and I put a picture of it in the grand chat, and I don't know how I managed to make chili that big.
Rita Chili.
Little chili.
Clearly, you
Then
need
I-
to go for the Chilean Empire, like I posted.
Yeah, the entire Pacific coast. I like that idea.
All of
Except,
Southern America.
Just Chilean with your homies.
That means you'd have to conquer Japan as well. I'm not so happy about that. Unless we become like a,
We can be the closest of allies.
Fantastic.
yeah, like a favoured vassal.
Unfortunately, we can hear you, Russ.
Ah, and now I can hear you. Hooray.
I don't
I think.
So, you joining us? Who else? Who's the Netherlands? Holland with the Netherlands. I think we had a chaos at one point as well.
Oh yes.
Well, I'm 12 grand in debt.
But Chaos is probably busy causing chaos in the Yukon.
Indeed.
I will ping Chaos on Discord. Are you joining? Or
Looks like Holland will be here shortly. He's in the game.
Filthy Dutch. Spreading their economy where they shouldn't belong.
yes.
Wow. Construction goods minus 14.2k.
Just make
Oh,
it
this is when I
cheaper.
didn't know what I was doing. Yes.
Yeah. It's always nice to go back to a game you didn't know what you're doing. God, so stupid.
We start again.
I still remember my first game in EU4. It's it hurts.
I would really like to customize my flag here. Black stripe on a white background is just not doing it for me.
Have you tried a red dot?
That sounds like a really cool idea.
Don't worry, as you modernize, it will be, instead of a black stripe between two white stripes, it will be a black stripe between two white stripes, but flipped over.
Oh, right. The exciting future I have to look forward to.
If I recall, that's
How do you do
one of the
claims?
Japanese. There isn't really a claim system.
I'm just looking at Machu Picchu. It's just like
Uh,
I can't. I can only colonize it. I can't.
Yeah, because they're tribals. Anywhere that has a clear inside is not a modernized nation, and they can just be colonized.
Get this back a couple of years where I didn't build all these silly things. And great.
It used to be
What am I building?
on release, if they started a war against you, the natives, and you won, you would just take all of the land of their nation instantly. You can imagine how obnoxious that was when you're trying to colonize Africa, and then suddenly the natives start a war against another person colonizing it, and it boxes you in because they took the whole region.
Mm.
Why? How am I not so? I'm clicking on Portugal. Am I forgetting something?
Yes, it says you're Portugal on my end.
On my end, it says no country selected, and every time I press start, it just.
Oh,
kicks
actually,
back.
I'm getting the same thing from me. That's weird. Okay, so I have to click on a province of my nation. There we go, and then click start.
It might be something on my end because I don't even see you in the lobby. So I'm going to exit to menu and try and rejoin.
Okay.
Because I don't even see Daft in the lobby. I didn't even know he had joined the game yet.
Oh, right. Well, that's interesting.
That's why I hadn't selected my nation and started it.
I'll give myself until Hobo rejoins, because this hard drive is notoriously on its last legs.
Join game.
And it does make loading stuff really slow. Although I was pleasantly surprised with how quick it went for Stellaris, so maybe there's hope. Wait, I think it's booting up. Or, well, it's getting out of the load screen. But yeah, it is weird that the quickest way to colonize stuff is to piss off the natives and then shoot them.
Yeah, it does like double your colonization speed for a while.
Yeah. Right, I'm in the menu, I'm clicking join game, I'm clicking the ID, I am
there we go, now I'm in.
doing the security.
I'm in, and I've actually properly selected my country. I don't know what happened before.
Disaster averted by me having a slow hard drive. I'm initializing the game at the moment. Oh, wait, everyone can see that actually. Never mind.
And Chaos says that he's out with a friend at the moment. So
Does he need a sub?
who?
Was Chaos playing last time?
Oh, he was playing a micronation just to see how far he could push it.
Okay. I'm gonna pick something that is not the Netherlands as well.
He was playing the United Tribes, trying to
Oh
make him
dear.
trying to be the most powerful nation in Australia from that.
That does sound extremely small.
Yeah, I could see how you can. You just need to get a little bit lucky with gold and colonization. I think if you rush appropriately, you could probably, because I think they start as Polynesian, which means you'd get faster colonization speed in the Polynesian Triangle, but Australia is still going to start colonizing that first. So, because your tech is so behind.
Yeah. You'll have the risk of a British boot coming down any moment.
Well, because they're
Wait, what?
part of the
Good.
because they're part of the Australian region, once they research a certain tech, they can start annexing who's ever weaker than them in terms of economy. Just with the press of a button. Same thing for Canada. That's how they unite.
Do I play Switzerland?
Uh,
Oranje?
Fire is
Switzerland's
already
taken.
Switzerland. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Switzerland's taken, Belgium's taken.
I can actually see the countries that are taken. I had no right to make that mistake. Overlord Sweden.
Clearly, you should play almost exactly where you were before and play like Hanover, and try and
Also tempting.
unite.
Oh, I could
Yeah.
try and form Germany as Hanover, couldn't I?
Yeah, I've seen people form Hanover as like Anhalt. You know, the nation that starts surrounded by Prussia.
Right. You know what? I think I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna play Hanover.
I'll have to watch that video again to remind myself how he did it. He was with copious amounts of cheese.
I'm in.
I think that's everyone ready.
Yup.
Except for Flanker. We're always waiting on Flanker.
Look,
Tempting.
Flanker's slowing down a little bit, but we're not waiting for him that long.
Oh wait.
Old
actually,
age.
Portugal is an absolute pushover by the looks of this.
You mean me?
Well, I was tempted to play Transvaal, but they're currently a subject of yours.
Yes.
But they have as many troops as you do.
Yes, because I had to downsize my army afterwards.
Ah, I see.
Right, who's in my customs union?
I am. Flanker is.
Oh, crap.
Oh,
Oh,
out
no,
of
we're
sync.
off to a cracking
Excellent.
start.
Oh, yeah, that's worrying.
That was quick.
Hmm.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. If anyone else wants to host, I'm happy for them to.
I'll give it a go.
Sounds good. I don't think it likes having these long hot join sessions. That's been quarter of an hour.
I'm just sending the invites now.
Thank you, Russ. What's the password, Russ?
Check hashtag grand strategy.
Okay.
And Hobo's not on my list, so I will give him the code.
No, I got it. I'm on your friends list.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, of course you are. I always see your achievement spam.
Whenever I decide to do achievements in games. It's like one of the main things that keeps me going with these sorts of games is trying to do the really stupid achievements.
It asked me for a password. I entered the wrong one. I rejoin. And it's now not asking me for a password.
As long as you get in, that's all that matters.
Am I joining right now?
I don't know. It's put me straight, like, fully into the game.
Oh, connection to the host timed out. Oh, well, just to give joining yet another go. There we go.
Right, that's everyone loading in.
Is that everyone including fire?
Nope.
Would you mind sending fire another invite? They asked in chat.
Oh, of course. Sorry, Fire, I'm not watching chat. My bad.
What a good mod you are.
Shut up, you.
He knows that there's like 5 other mods. Why does he need to?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Hobo.
but not all mods are compatible with each other.
And Russ is the most uncompatible mod.
You're cruising for a bruising.
I don't know. Swedish Chile does sound really nice. Be a good, pleasant vacation home from the AC North.
I have sugar. Would you like some sugar?
I'm already building all of our sugar. It's like my main thing that I was building the entirety of last second.
You're just not as sweet as Hobo is in this game.
Yeah, very sweet. All of that sugar coming from my unincorporated African colonies, so I don't have. They don't get any of the benefits
Ah,
of the institutions.
Remember, we are paused, so don't do anything. But you
Click all
could
the
ask
things.
questions.
Yeah, just selecting my nation, loading into it, and then doing nothing.
Nice of the game to tell us who's joined, even though we weren't joining at the same time.
Laz, would you like to join my customs union?
Sure.
That does mean you get access to everything in our market already, which, depending on which you make as a surplus or a shortage in yours, may temporarily ruin your economy.
Are you making lots of gold?
No.
And I might have you beat on the gold.
Gold just turns directly into money for you.
Wait a minute. Why does the Papal States own most of Italy?
Luck.
That
first session-
is hilarious.
Our first session had a player play the Two Sicilies, and I'm presuming he was trying to improve relations with the Papal States to annex them, and then he wasn't there for the second session, and the Papal States pulled a no you.
Wow.
If you look closely, the Pope
I am
has
now the
some.
Pope. I'm looking very closely.
If you look closely, the Pope has some colonies in Africa because he inherited them from the two Sicilies.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, his map color is so bright. I can hardly tell what's like a
Yeah,
colony.
it's because it only got like 5 tiles before.
Oh yeah, Papal South Cameroon.
Yeah.
It could be
Oh.
like a papal Congo colony in this timeline, which would be kind of crazy.
Oh right, then the Papal States don't have any way to colonize, so
So it's just been sitting there the entire
it's
time.
just been sitting there the entire time. Ah,
Right, have we all selected our things?
yeah.
I believe so.
Believe so.
Right,
Moments
let's
of
roll.
truth.
The Papal States have gotten rid of their regular hat and opted for a more military style one. It looks like.
Just don't do anything until the week's ticked over at least.
Well, it is Sunday.
It's paused us.
Ah,
Right, I'll continue without, and then yeah, we'll take it from there again.
Oh wait,
yeah.
I guess I and Hobo are out of sync. Well, I guess you guys can try to
Yeah, we'll let them
continue
all
without
take
me since I
over.
have played the least, and I don't want to be a reason why you guys can't continue your game.
Well, Holland, we're going to be redoing it for Hobo anyway, so it doesn't make any difference.
That's fair, I suppose.
It could be Holland causing it.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. What if I'm causing it?
I mean, if you don't want to, then fair enough. But
Well, I do want to, but I don't want to deprive you guys of your game.
well, in that case, stick around and we'll try one more with you, and then
Right,
if it
one
happens
more.
again,
And if it then happens again, I'll bow out.
And then if it happens again with just me, then. Yeah.
If it
Yeah, I mean,
happens
it'll
again
be-
with just you, Hobo, literally the only reason I'm playing this is you playing this.
Wow.
Portugal have declared British East India Company to be their rival. Was that the AI doing something?
Yeah, that would be. We don't need to play a game just because of Imaflanker.
Oh, it literally is the only reason.
Holland, have you just rejoined your plonker?
Whoops, I thought you rehosted already. My bad.
I think we were going a week and then.
Well, I was going for the month actually, but yeah, we've.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saving up now.
Oh, sorry, we're doing full rehost. Okay.
Right, Daft, Holland, Flanker, Fire. I don't see Hobo on my list. Why is Hobo not on my list?
Give me a second. I didn't want to.
You block him because you didn't want to see all his achievements.
There.
Ooh.
You will?
Not quite, but I've found a reason to.
Right, is there anyone else who hasn't been invited or managed to mess up the invite that they did get?
Oh, my connection to host timed out. Hang on, I'll read.
We're not having
Why
much
is it
luck
always
this week.
flanker?
I know, right?
It's always flanker that goes to all the trouble to host the games, for which we are very grateful. Wow, guys, don't all show your appreciation at once.
Sorry, what did you say? I was completely zoned out.
Me too, sorry.
Well, I just feel bad that I'm the only person Flanker's doing this for.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Hobo.
If he's willing to do this for you, I wonder what else you could get him to do. Does he live near a bank?
Don't forget, he has got an only flanks.
I wonder if he made that for Hobo too.
Probably did.
Yeah, he just sends the pics without requiring payment.
I mean, if you want to do this specifically for me, Flanker, next week, instead of doing this, you could do Rimworld.
If I had anything to add to Rimworld, I would. I just don't know what I'd do, to be honest. And Rimworld is one of those
It's very
things that
boring.
it's a game that requires a huge amount of effort to be engaging. And I don't have a meme run I particularly want to do. Most of the mods I want to do aren't. I don't know what the heck I would do to make Rimworld interesting because I've not actually played very much of or enjoyed the last couple of DLCs, which isn't to say they're bad. It's just not my thing.
And there's so many other games to play at the moment anyway.
I'm
not
literally
like you
doing
still have
graphics for
ideas.
Manlords at the moment.
Well,
Ah,
it's
that's
okay.
good.
I
Because
do
I
look
was going to
forward
hint at that.
I
Seeing
haven't
you
even
play
actually looked at anything
Manlord.
for Lords.
The Papal States have dropped their military head this time, which may be a good sign. Wait, Rome has silk plantations?
Yeah.
What, there's silk in Italy? I never knew this.
Didn't someone smuggle silkworms into Europe way back?
Yep,
so
that's what I heard.
something
yep.
to do with
Yes.
Marco Polo around that time, or maybe later. I don't know.
It was the same with
Marco
Bone China as
Flanker?
well.
Sorry, lads.
Everyone's heard of Marco. It's the same with
Marco.
Bone China. Someone stole the Bone China recipe.
Ah,
All right.
Right, that
Is
is
it actually made
everyone.
bones?
So let's get underway
pray to the machine gods.
and don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
Do lots of things. All the things.
You can do each other, but nothing in game.
Italians are obsessed with wine.
I mean, that sounds accurate. Them and the French.
They'll be French.
All that Mediterranean wine.
Right, the week's ticked over, so have at it.
Right. Time to stop suppressing the intelligentsia mean, I'm not surprised the Pope is suppressing the intellectuals, but we have better places to spend our authority. They were bolstering the industrialists, interestingly enough.
Oh god, this is the game with the automatic construction malarkey.
Apparently, in the next major update, they're wanting to remove that entirely. As
I'm not
in
looking forward to that.
having the ability to turn on the manual.
In fact, I might even go and pre-order the DLC because of that.
Because of what?
They're thinking of removing the directly controlled investment pool option.
Really? Just, you cannot tell it anymore what to build?
Well, you never could tell the automatic part what to build.
Oh, they want to get rid of private construction entirely.
No, they want to get rid of the option because at the moment, when you're setting up a game, you can disable the private construction part, and it's just you controlling 100% all the time, regardless of your law.
Right,
But they want to disable that option. Well, remove that option, so private construction will always be there, unless your laws remove it. Which I like the idea of it. It's just nothing AI ever works in any game ever.
It's because it's not playing to the players' wants. It's just doing as it pleases.
Yeah, and like that would be fine, but as I moaned about several times throughout this game, it keeps trying to build like arts academies and whatnot that just don't make any money. If it was making things that were profitable but just not where I would have done it, then fair enough. But the way
For some reason, I've got a furniture manufactory being built. What? No. Have I?
I mean, your market definitely needs furniture.
Yeah, but I can't see it in the... Oh, it's the private construction.
Yeah, there you go, you see.
That's where my money's going, isn't it?
That's... The private construction uses its own...
Is that the investment pool?
Yeah.
Oh, my investment pool's 1.8 million.
Yeah, so you're not actually paying anything for that.
But they're stealing half of your construction capacity, and you are kind of paying it because it's still coming out of the investment pool. It just so happens that you've somehow ended up with a massive investment pool.
Well, I'm just waiting for these coal mines to be finished, and I'm actually 115 iron short, so I need to increase my iron mine.
Or,
Which is fun.
or lads, you just need to get into our customs union, so start improving relations.
Or I could switch to atmospheric engine pumps.
Also an option.
Something I still don't quite understand in this game is how I think I'm still importing loads of iron from Sweden, and it's not costing me anything, and I'm actually making money from...
Because we're in the same market together, sir.
I
no,
don't think Japan's its own thing.
Oh, maybe not. I've got no idea.
You get tariffs on trade and imports as well, so...
Yeah, but I must be missing something. So obviously it can't be ideal to just be importing from other people, right? There must be a downside.
Yeah, Daft, the biggest downside is that like all that iron is creating jobs. Like I've got people working the mines and that, which is giving them wages, improving their standard of living.
Right.
And that's jobs you're not getting, you're giving them to me.
I see.
How do I begin befriending you because I can't.
You need to do that strategic declare interest, remember? Diplomatic lens, declare interest, click on me. It'll take a week or a month or something to go active. It's like we did in our other game.
Diplomatic actions.
So yeah, it's a diplomatic lens, and then it's the very first option.
Declare interest.
Yep, and then click on like the Baltic region, I think
I've
it calls
got
it.
2 interests already, which is France and the Andes. I don't
Well, you'll have
know
to.
why I'm get rid of Andes. Not the Andes, France. Who cares about the French? Oh, I don't know.
Disgusting.
Right. There you go. I've got some sugar
then-
for you, sugar.
We just have to wait for that to go active and then start
The
improving
Ottoman
relations.
Empire is protective of the Papal States.
Oh wow! The Argentinian Confederation is losing against the natives.
Well, that's just embarrassing.
16 offense versus 11 defense.
Is the Argentine Confederation even a real power though, or a real country?
Yeah, they're a
rather?
minor power.
They have-
Insignificant power, but yeah. They are
Zero
real
standing
people.
army.
Oh, sorry,
and-
they're now an insignificant power. They're 77th rank-wise.
Yeah, they have 0 standing army and 10 conscripts. And that's it.
I need to get rid of some trade routes.
Playing the
I've
Papal
got a
States is
deficit in my
delightfully
bureaucracy.
weird.
What is my technology researching?
Uh,
Oh, I
If-
haven't even got mechanical tools yet.
if you manage
dear.
to stay a theocracy while forming Italy, it actually becomes the kingdom of God when
Damn.
you play the Pope.
Shut kingdom of God.
So over here in Japan, I'm losing money every month because I'm doing so much construction. Would you say that's a terrible thing? I still have, it says 4.67 million gold reserves.
Nah,
Uh,
I'd say that's a good investment of the money in order to have more stuff to work with.
It is actually possible to just keep building, and then basically just outrunning.
Yeah. There is the idea of debt spending, where every building increases the size of your economy, which then increases the size of your loans. So
Exactly.
your loan limit becomes larger, and you never actually reach loan cap because you just keep building.
Oh, interesting. It sounds like real life economics with like most of the world right now.
Right, I can now. I've got established interest with Sweden.
Filthy Swedes.
Ah, forgot about that, lads. Well spotted.
I'm about to activate the Chilean nation. About to have the Chilean national identity.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I see the Mapuche are invading Argentina right now.
Yep. Panicked retreat. Oh wow. Oh, that can't be good. What are they actually going to win if they take this over? Let's have a look. There's a way of looking, isn't there?
Yeah, they conquer a couple of territories.
Wars. What's your? I can't find the war goals.
It's in.
Oh, here we
the
go.
make peace
It's under
section.
make peace. So they conquer the whole of the Argentinian Confederation.
Actually, their
No.
capital region is just called Argentine Confederation for some reason.
Otherwise,
What
they're
is-
just going to take over Mendoza, which is the area I need.
Yeah, so it looks like the Mapuche, when they win, are just going to take the two territories that they border. The Argentine Confederation region, and then the Mendoza region. It's really confusing that their capital region is the same name as their nation.
Must be the old power. I need some coal.
Well, I'm the guy who imports coal from you, so
Really? I've just tried to import coal from you, so that's not going to work.
no. My coal's already overpriced.
Let's get it from the British then.
Directly from Wales.
How bad is my coal situation?
Yes. You're producing 16, and your nation needs 89.
We are now the Chilean people. Oh, I'm producing one coal. Seriously? Wow. I need 89.9 gold coal orders.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure all this extra debt is absolutely fine.
I'm just going AFK a few minutes. If anything disastrous happens, feel free to pause.
It's okay if anything disastrous happens, just blame you.
Oh wow, I've really got high taxes. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
I'm actually going to go AFK for a bit as well while I wait for all these constructions to construct. Be back a bit.
Do we want to try speed 2?
Yes, please.
Sure.
The Swiss are going to war.
Yes.
So much for that neutrality.
The Swiss game plan is always to get a port.
Can the Swiss even reach Württemberg? It kind of
They
looks
can
like
reach Turin.
I mean, the Swiss Navy will be deployed on that little lake over there, and they'll do a D-Day like landing.
Poor Denmark's getting wrecked by Prussia.
I mean, Argentine Confederation's getting swamped. Oh dear.
I wouldn't have thought it was possible for a proper nation to lose to the primitives, but apparently they can.
Well, considering
Oh,
that
yeah.
they have actually got quite a sizable battalion power. They've got 21 battalions.
Yeah, those are irregulars, but
Yeah, the Argentine Confederation has 10. Nothing else, just 10.
they've only raised 3 out of their 10 conscript battalions.
Well, that's more for them then, isn't it?
Yeah, because it takes a while for your conscripts to raise up.
I've got 30 for some reason. I actually probably should dismiss some because I'm spending a lot of money on them for no reason. Apparently
Yeah,
they don't
we
like
have
that.
to- How is the chieftain of Mapuche a French Catholic?
Because there's an event that you get as Chile. The Mapuche take on a Frenchman. Can't remember his name, but he wants to establish his own country, and you do actually have the opportunity to take them as a puppet,
Ah.
and then you can annex them straight away, which I did in my solo game, and you just get the whole of Mapuche to yourself. But yeah, that's why the Frenchman's there, and they create a theocracy, if I remember correctly. But if they take over that large swath of land, for me, that means they might become a minor power and I could attack them.
Maybe? It's been so long since I've seen natives take over land, they actually just kind of like make it decentralized, even with all of the buildings there. It's a little bit weird. Still remember one of the earliest videos I saw for Victoria was someone seeing how powerful they could make one of the native nations by purposely losing to them, because every time you lost to one, they would just decentralize any states that they bordered you with, and they made it so like half of Europe was decentralized, and any indentured servants sold to the colonies come from decentralized places. So you were getting like Spanish Catholic people working the plantations.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It looks like fire Sardinia did join against them, but they haven't done any added negatives other than trying to humiliate Switzerland, which is just wagging the finger at them for being naughty. Yep, Prussia took. That looks so disgusting. Prussia
you
took
can make
mainland Denmark.
Planky, you can make engines, right?
Yep.
They're rather overpriced in our market right now. Hint, hint.
A big driver of
Yo,
papal
Blancarino.
economy.
Where's those
Emma.
boilers there?
Being used on my railways.
Oh, you're not shooting up the people who offended you last.
Well, I don't need to shoot them anymore. I hit them the first time.
Surprising. Most of the time when I see Flanker play those games, he has trouble hitting many things. Actually, seems like the Swiss is winning.
Denmark got almost completely deleted.
Yep. Russia decided to just bully them. And it's like 20 battalions versus 300. So that was only ever going to end one way.
A major driver of my economy is making paper that then gets converted into taxation paper, which then allows me to make more paper mills, which then allows me to make more taxation paper.
I think I'm going to wait before I build any more buildings. I'm
Flanker,
628k in debt.
Flanker, you've built an explosives factory, right? Have you got plans to use those explosives?
Yes, the Luxembourg is looking like it needs some fireworks.
That time someone
alright.
showed Luxembourg how to have some fun.
Are you not going to be building something like a munitions plant, though, are you?
I am indeed, yes.
Ah, right. Well, do that sooner rather than later, too.
Well, I'd love to, but it is currently 7th in the queue. I'm in the middle of
Oh, no.
upgrading my railways, then my coal mines, then a wee bit of administration, then explosives factory, paper mills, munition plant, and then more administration.
What are you getting the government admin for? Have you got taxation problems?
Yes, well, I had bureaucracy problems. I've only just recovered from them at the tail end of last week.
Yeah, you're massively over.
Yep.
I will note, Flanker, that Luxembourg is underneath the Dutch. So you'll
Yes.
have to-
Which is why I'm going to be building up my army slowly till I get 70 odd battalions.
Yeah. I'm just
What you're
trying
saying
to
is we're
build.
going to war with the Dutch.
I think they need some additional poldering.
It couldn't. It just had to be lucky, didn't it? It's just always lucky, causing problems.
Fire say they're getting crushed. Oof.
Well, this is what happens when you be a warmonger. See, the Swedish, they're good, they're wise. They don't do war.
To be fair, I don't know if Switzerland could have actually gotten to Württemberg because of the lake.
Let's try speed 3, see what happens.
What? I can't handle that. No. I say I was doing speed 5 through the whole of my solo campaign. Gotta go fast. I just love the fact that I'm taking over Tetralucci and their battalion is 0. Just like, yeah, feel free to raise troops if you want to stop my colonization, but
Huh, it looks like the Mapuche took over Buenos Aires, which was the Argentine region, but didn't take Mendoza.
well, that was their actual war goal. I was surprised by that.
Well, they took half of it. I just don't know why they didn't get the other half, and they're crushing it so hard. I mean, also the fact that they won prevents Argentina from colonizing them during the peace treaty.
I found that out. I was wondering why it wasn't working for me when they attacked me.
No game. I don't think I want an agitator who wants to support no colonial affairs in Portugal.
Well, as long as you're not trying to take over my territories that I'm interested in, I'm not bothered what you do.
Yeah, interestingly, I can't actually. No other European can actually colonize down there because it's technically already claimed by you and Argentina. So you'd have to physically no longer exist for that claim to be removed.
I really wish that they would stop stealing my investment pool.
It's not stealing, it's that you don't use your investment pool to build. You're using government money to build.
You know, it depends on what it is you build.
Yeah, obviously your laws determine what can be used, what the investment pool can be used on. But in this particular mode, the investment pool is entirely for private construction.
Are you sure about that? I was under the impression that like one of the points of the laws is it affects what you can use the investment pool on, or rather what the investment pool will cover. And if it covers it, then they'll pay for it.
Yeah, and also depends on your laws, so I might be misremembering which part does that.
I still got.
I have interventionism, which subsidizes everything, and if I put a railway on instead of a government administration, it doesn't change how much money. It's temporary national revenue investment pool transfer, so I guess they are paying for it in this particular instance.
As far as I'm aware, subsidizing is only the thing where you click the
Well,
button to subsidize.
Misspeak. It allows investment pool for everything. Interventionism is. I just don't know why investment pool is working for a government building, because it.
Yeah, that I wouldn't expect it to work for.
I think I'm going to have to stop my colonization efforts to the south. Because if they attack me, they will. Then I'll be in a truce situation, won't I?
If you lose.
Well, that's the thing. In my solo game, I got attacked, and they just put me straight into a truce. I'm guessing I needed to set a war goal.
It should set a war goal automatically. I don't know how they set you to a truce automatically.
Well, because my war goal was just colonization rights, but I still couldn't colonize. It just said I wasn't allowed, unless I needed to reset it.
There's a couple things that can happen. With a peace treaty, it stops it, unless you win the war, of course, because then you get colonization rights. That doubles your colonization speed. It's also possible that you may have lost your interest in the area because you can only colonize in this place that has an interest. That sometimes happens with colonies that rebel. I've noticed it in really awkward places.
Sorry, but is there anyone in our union that can produce silk?
Yeah, because we have a huge shortage.
Yeah, because I've just switched over to producing luxury clothes.
Oh, silk, eh? Maybe I can export that to you guys.
Yeah, I can't make silk, so
I'll will need an interest in the Swedish, I imagine.
I can already import it from you, it seems, but you've not got enough or whatever. It seems it'll be a small route. I'll try it, see if it kicks off.
I mean, I could make some more if I can get the price to go up.
yeah, I'd have to get
Oh,
strong
Swedish
Thanks,
enough.
markets. That's a good route. Right, I'll make more.
Yeah, I've now got 3 routes. I've got 2. I'm sending one to you, not Hobo, Holland, and you're sending one to me, and then Daft's sending one to me as well.
Oh,
Yep, you just prompted me to see if there's anything I can export to other markets. I think the only
I-
thing that's going to turn a profit was literally that silk. I can also export it to the Russians.
I think the
So,
investment pool transfer with autonomous construction is the fact that they're paying the government for their constructions. It's been a minute since I've figured that out, and they've changed it, so. It didn't even used to be a separate tab for government constructions. You would just choose which one's actually being constructed. I think on release. The Americans are going for Utah, and because there's only one state left, Americans can never have enough, and they're getting a treaty port in the Rio Grande for absolutely no reason other than to bully the Mexicans.
so in this game, is there anything you can do with your army in peacetime? In particular, I'm thinking of EU4 when you could drill your troops to increase their readiness, etc.
Nope.
No kind of equivalent in this game.
No. They are just the standing army that you would have as a protective force. Because the alternative is conscripts, and conscripts do not raise instantly like armies do. They raise up slowly over time during the war.
Right, yeah.
Laz, you could join our customs union if you want now.
I can? I thought I had to wait until 50 for that. I can invite you to mine. Sure. Well, my debt just went up a bit. Thanks for that. Trade agreement broken. Trade agreement with the Argentinian Confederation can no longer be maintained because the following conditions are no longer true. Is not a junior member of the custom union. Okay. No offense, Argentine. You suck a bit. Actually, you've
Holland
got gold.
and
Do.
the other person, Daft. You might want to try adjusting your export tariff on the silk so I can get more from you and we all make more monies.
Oh, I've got an alliance with the Argentines.
How would I go about doing that, Russ? Sorry.
Go on to the market tab,
Markets.
find silk.
That on the goods thing.
Yep. You can either find it in the list of goods or go to trade routes and click it through there. Although that might just take you to my market.
Ah,
Yeah,
right,
don't
yeah.
do
So
it
I
that
see
way.
the tariffs, and there's 3 different options, right? So there's.
Yep.
It's currently on the middle one.
Yep.
So-
You'll want it on the far right one. So
encourage exports. This says a change in revenue in minus 240 for me.
Yep. Because you'll not be taxing them, but then what will happen? Or you'll tax them less, but then you'll export more.
Okay, well,
And more
I'll take
importantly,
your word
by
for it.
by exporting more, you'll allow the business to make more money and pay its people better and that sort of thing.
I saw that Fire attempted a war against Baden and immediately accepted humiliation, so I'm guessing someone huge joined. And then immediately after that, Big Parma.
Yeah, she was warring somebody, I think.
I tried Württemberg and it didn't work. I tried Baden and I didn't see how that played out. Austria. Austria does have them in their market, so there was a chance. I was just hoping they wouldn't.
Why is
Oh,
the
they
US?
just put them as a protectorate instead.
The US is now improving relations with me. Oh no!
Oh.
Desync.
Yeah, we were
Something
doing
across the
reasonably well
board.
there.
And at speed 3 as well.
Right, just saving up.
That's what happens when you make friends with the Swedes, I suppose.
Austria joined.
Right, lobby's up, password's the same. I'm just sending out the invites now.
It's definitely interesting playing a nation that's so utterly bogged down in one way of thinking.
You should try
Yeah, I bet.
playing a African nation, a large one like Sokoto or something. But it's interesting trying to not only reverse them from where they start, but also making them so that way they can hold up against the Europeans.
Yeah.
Even just playing like Persia and conquering the regions around you, so you control the world market of opium. Yeah, you start a lot more ahead in tech and usually more liberal laws as a European, but
Is there anyone who has not had an invite?
I am joining. So the opposite of that.
Yeah, fire. You really chose violence today, didn't you? You just want to
Fire
go to
has a
war with
fire
all
under
the
their
major
butt?
European powers.
Fire is innocent of these crimes.
I mean,
I wouldn't even call them crimes.
if fire had gone a little bit sooner, Austria was in a massive civil war when we started the session. Yeah, they need another civil war for fire to actually take land. And then not die to Parma. Which feels really weird that Parma took over Sardinia Piedmont and not the other way around.
Parma was in my little customs union, but now they suddenly aren't.
Yeah, they got too big.
That's a thing. Huh.
Well, they can decide to leave it because they're larger and it prevents them from being a larger power
Right.
than you. Any of us that are in Russ's customs union, I don't think we can be classified as great powers because we're part of another nation's customs union, but that's
Yep.
fine.
But it still means you can get up to 6th in the world
Yeah.
as a minor power.
Flanker, you were gonna recommend me a coffee dinghy that wasn't so strong.
Oh, which one did you pick up before, bud?
The one you recommended.
Alright, give me a
Which is
sec.
probably super helpful, I know. Hold on, I'm already on Amazon. I can look at my orders. It was the fair trade organic ground coffee. It doesn't really say. Oh, shade. Was it shade grown bird friendly? Seems to be about the
Oh,
only
that one was
identifier.
2. Okay, because that's a medium roast. Because there was the Grumpy Mule, which was a dark roast, and the Bird and Wild medium roast, I think.
Grumpy Mule does sound like an appropriate name for a coffee.
Appropriate name
Or
for a
flanker.
flanker coffee.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right, it appears we have everyone.
Yeah, I'm not pressing any buttons until...
Oh, yep, I'll drop it down
These
to 1 as
passes
well
week.
for this first week.
I
It
love the
looks
fact that
like-
I just watched the Steam handle drop from 3 to 2 to 1. Did you
Oh,
mash the
yeah.
keys by chance for us?
No, I actually just pressed the number 1.
It does look like Parma didn't join Austria. Like, they're not...
Austria does seem to
Yeah,
own
I'm
a large chunk of northern Italy, which you will have to try and fix somehow.
Yeah, they do
Blanket.
periodically get the San Marco Rebellion, which is, I think, the Venetian region. They do
How is it,
periodically-
Flanker, that you've got like 500,000 radicals and you don't have issues?
because they saw what I did to the last radicals.
I do
Um,
recall Belgium being on fire last time.
Belgium
half
was
a
very much on fire last time, particularly some of the churches.
I think the number of radicals doesn't become a problem until you try and change a law that people
Yeah.
don't want to happen.
Radicals, just in general, will increase the turmoil in an area, and if turmoil does go high enough, it will start to affect construction efficiency and tax waste, but that is mostly negated from your police laws.
Which I am working on.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to get dedicated police force to weaken the landowners who have local, which that strengthens them. Basically, taking the police force away from the landowners and into the government.
Parma
That's
joined
right.
Austria. That's some BS.
Russ,
Hello.
how do I get into an alliance with you? Do I have to have a higher? Yeah, I need to be plus 80 with you, and then need multicultural alliances.
Can't say I've
Oh,
ever really
because
allied
you
with anyone.
already... You can only have one alliance, like full-on alliance at a time. So because you have an alliance with Argentina, you'd have to break it first.
Yeah,
Um,
but
Get it.
we
it's
could do a
like you and
defensive
invites.
pact.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that otherwise. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's ground coffee you want, isn't it, Russ? Rather than beans.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I just noticed Russia is getting beaten up by Austria. One sec. Unless I'm reading this wrong.
Russia.
The Russia. Oh, that's a Russian flag. Okay.
Because they really wanted to try and keep pushing and take Hanover. And the Russians said no.
Hmm.
So how is this war going to end? Make peace. Bremen takes over Prussian Schleswig-Holstein, and Russia gets an East Prussian treaty port. That's just a treaty port in the territory right next to them, sure.
Why have I not got a port here? Really need a port here.
It might not one I've tried, Russ, but it may actually be worth trying Amazon's own. The Cafe Intenso, they've got a light roast.
Yeah, sure. If you want to sell it out and then send it me.
Yeah, give me a wee sec.
Oh god, I've ended up with unacceptable government again.
That's where most of my problems came from.
Yeah.
I
When's my next election? How do you find that out?
Are you
'Cause, I mean,
even
my-
democratic?
Yeah, I'm Democratic. I'm a Democratic Republic.
Hooray! I'm finally making money while still
Sorry,
constructing.
Presidential Republic. So there is elections. Or do I need to be a parliamentary republic?
a presidential republic should still have elections. Yeah, they
I've
have an
stuck it in
election-
chat for you, Russ.
Thank you.
If that doesn't work out for you, then it might be worth just using a lot less of like one of the medium coffees.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
That's what I've been doing, and it's not too bad. Well, I wouldn't say it's bad at all, really. Once I had sugar.
It's a pretty tasty coffee, that one. It is the bird and wild ones. I really enjoyed those.
If I want 78% legitimacy from my government, I need to kick out everybody bar landowners in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, having an unacceptable government is kind of like a concession to pass your laws, depending on who has the power at the
To
time.
be fair, I haven't got one. It's just I'm at 44, but it's not saying anything. Oh, it is unacceptable. All right.
Yeah, because
So-
unacceptable is 25 to 50.
But the thing is, I'm losing radicals at the moment.
Yeah, because you're standing.
If you shell them, you lose them even faster.
Well, I do have a lot
Uh,
of beach area.
Unacceptable government just means you get more radicals if your standard of living decreases, as well as a law passing takes longer.
I just discovered gold in Transvaal. Where's this?
Uh,
Where's
That's in
Transvaal?
South
South
Africa.
Africa.
my puppet.
Oh,
They are boer. There's a boer republic, and I almost played them.
Yeah, that's part of the reason as to why I wanted to take them over. Is because I know that gold pops up all the people over here, and I just need an economy for that.
Economy.
We have a righteous government because basically the Pope has power and his wealthy toadies, and that's it. Because I've got the Roman Curia and the civic nobility, and the civic nobility are the noble families and landholding elites granted titles by the Pope. The Roman civic nobility serve as people of wealth, influence, and temporal power across the Holy See's territories.
I need to build more ports.
What do you need more
Thing
ports for?
Market access. I'm losing market access in areas.
It's
And I haven't
such a
got trains
terrible way
yet.
of doing that.
It's the only way I can at the moment. I'm so far off getting railways. And they're not cheap either.
I mean, it's only 5 infrastructure per port, so
And they use infrastructure as well, I believe.
ports? No.
Ports give infrastructure.
Yeah, they give some, but as far as I know, they use
Plus
like
5.
'cause every
No.
building uses it.
Nope,
Mine are
not
giving me
every
plus 5 to
building.
infrastructure, plus 5 to urbanization.
Fair enough.
Ports don't. Barracks do. Huh. It's very small amount for barracks.
Barracks give urbanization as well, oddly enough.
Yeah,
Well, I'd look
urbanization
into getting rid of some buildings.
Me?
Yeah, like to reduce your infrastructure, I'd consolidate your buildings, or
Yeah,
see if that's viable.
Yeah, if there's any buildings in areas that you're not using, you could, or don't want to keep, you could destroy them to reduce your infrastructure usage too. Of course, then if you want them later, you'll have to rebuild them, but
Well,
actually,
dedicated
kind
police force is not passing. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I beat up protesters, and apparently that got people all funny about having the police.
Yeah, you're not meant to beat them up, you're meant to shoot them.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
why I
they
used the army last time.
Yeah, but they took it too far. They dropped shells on everything.
That wasn't
that-
too
that
far.
just
That was
makes a mess of
exactly the
things.
right amount. There was no revolution left.
Well, when you put it like that,
The problem was there was talk of a revolution. After locking the priests in a building and blowing them up, there was no talk of revolution. It's been very peaceful since then.
oh my god, this law does not want to pass.
Yeah, I really want dedicated police force just pass because then I can shift my tax laws after to per capita, which is what is going to make me a lot of money at this point. But it's at the 3rd level. It has 30%, and I think we just disconnected.
Oh, that's just Flanker.
Wow.
Okay. I can rejoin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, should we just try a rejoin?
Yeah, let's try it.
Hang on,
Flanker, don't just let a week tick over. And then...
Yeah, I was exiting the desktop as well, so I started from scratch. Also would help if I reopened this game rather than another game, right?
In theory.
Was it your addiction making you open Supermarket Simulator?
No, although I do need to play more of that. It was opening Manor-Lords.
No, how he said I need to play more of that.
Yeah, I want to get to the level 100 in there, so I can do more interesting stuff.
Right, we've ticked over, so I've paused it, folks. Don't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just got 3 setbacks.
Oof.
I don't care. It was a request from the petty bourgeoisie. So
My,
if it fails, it fails.
My public school, it's only got 1 setback, but the stall chance is 55%.
As soon as I started
45%
this,
of good.
it was 11% to like interest, but it was like a 5% to accept it. Then
Do you want to send me the
53%?
invite, Russ?
Yep.
Fif-
Blanca, what's that on the bottom left of your stream?
that's his ad or his sponsorship.
Yeah. I'll be
So
honest,
Fortnite
I
thing.
wasn't paying attention at the time. I was trying to find the password.
It's the 3-letter one
Yeah.
that will show up on stream when you enter it, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, well, it's very secure.
Yeah, well done,
If
Paradox.
anyone didn't see it, the password is I.
Everyone just stopped talking all of a sudden. Where did my sound go?
If we don't say anything, maybe I'll think it's broken. You ruined it.
But you just think it's the voices in his head.
Belgians are the best. Belgians are the best.
They're having some sickening thoughts right now. Belgium isn't really a country. It's a speed bump for Germany. Even their flag is a tripped over German flag.
Wow, that's one way of putting it. Also, wow, my deficit just jumped by like 7k for no apparent reason.
It's Laz siphoning money.
I am in.
Yep.
Alright, let's roll. Don't do anything though.
We done?
Ah, well, that didn't work.
Nope.
Again.
I love that the mismatch is character font. Oh, sorry, character front. I thought it was fonts. I was gonna say, like, why does the game care about fonts? Right, just let in. Oh, is my game? Oh no, it's paused by Flanker in it. I'll let the week tick over, save it, and then rehost.
According to mine, you just left.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
according to
possible I
mine as well.
clicked the wrong button. Oh well, we have a very recent save anyway.
I will quickly restart my whole game.
Yeah, I guess in time host I should do that.
Let's all restart together.
For some reason, I didn't get a desktop shortcut to this game. And typing in Victoria 3 to the Windows search bar is really not helpful because then it brings up. First of all, it loads.
Just right click on your Steam icon, sir. It should open as the last game.
Yeah, I can launch it for Steam, but
You can also just right click on the game in your library and then go to manage, and there's top one is add desktop shortcut.
yeah.
I was always
This
told
is-
not to put too many top icons on your PC because it
I
slows
have,
it down.
I have all the icons, so like 2/3 of my screen's icons.
I
That's because you
remember-
are an icon, sir.
Oh, thank you.
You
That's
say
the
that. I
same
remember
anyone
actually
said about me
seeing.
today.
Really?
Sorry, what?
I just remember seeing a work colleague's laptop once, and he had like it must have been easy 50 icons. I was just like, how can you actually remember where anything is?
When it's things like game shortcuts and whatnot, it's fair enough. But when it's actual documents that you need to use and whatnot, then
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
you shouldn't be saving docs to your front page. Icons should be a-okay.
I think it was mainly desktop. It was definitely documents. It wasn't like apps because it was a work laptop. made me
No,
laugh
it-
because he transferred all of the documents by right-clicking, copy shortcut, and putting them onto a hard drive. And then his laptop got wiped, and then he asked me why isn't it working.
Oh dear.
Lobby's going up now. Just join on me.
I'm going to bed in a moment, so do not wait for me.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Good night, Holland.
Okay. Good night.
See you, Helen.
I'll stick around for a little bit longer in the chat.
But yeah, just everyone join on me through Steam. If you need an invite, say so.
I'm just waiting for the game to initialize.
And of course, the password's the same.
I still remember seeing a picture of a desktop that was like a picture of a black hole, and the person put all of the icons on the swirls leading into the black hole.
I used to do that.
At least you remember, have it more memorable so you remember where things are. However, I never see my desktop, so my desktop is still the basic stock one that the computer came with.
There was, you know how Windows has these backgrounds that they randomly choose and that are different every time.
When you're like booting it up, yeah.
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 Well, one of them was like a smith hammering out a hot piece of metal, and it was like shot with like a very high quality camera, so you could basically see all the little flakes flying and stuff. And I really liked that background so much that I actually looked it up in the files and set it as my permanent computer background.
Windows actually getting something right for a change.
Yeah.
Look, they have to take the battles when they can. That was marked as one of the 5 things they got right for that particular calendar year.
I'm sure they'll mess something up to make up for it.
Oh yeah, all the things they got right is a 1-page document, and then the all things they got wrong is an entirely filled out Excel spreadsheet.
Seems to be taking a while for everyone to join.
As you said that,
Yeah. Just to prove me wrong.
Oh, I see. Mexico's being invaded by the US.
yep, they're taking Utah and then a treaty port because the AI doesn't like to do war goals where they only take a single thing, so it's taking more. I've seen it where the US has taken half of northern Mexico because they declared war for Utah and then added a bunch of
Unpausing
Utah
now.
or Nevada or
that.
something.
You want to change the speed to 1 for a minute?
Can do.
One of the if not the single most hardest achievement, besides maybe the one to form Poland as Krakow, uh, is the Indian Territory, where you have to play the Indian Territory of Oklahoma, so you're underneath the United States, entirely surrounded by the United States, and if the United States conquers enough of Mexico, they automatically annex you and it ends your game.
Wow.
And the goal is to make it so you, as the Indian Territory, have the the United States as a puppet with no more than 3 territories.
Oh, wow.
I've tried that multiple times, and I can make a strong economy. It's just entirely luck based on hoping that the America has like the Civil War or something, and then hoping that they lose hard enough against the Civil War. It's honestly harder than playing Texas because at least Texas has a port, so you can go externally. You can get strong enough eventually to have America help you fight Mexico and such. But them,
I say, old chap, I think those raiders mean to do us harm.
How are you, my friends? If you're not already following Caveman Rube, you definitely should do it. Twitch.tv/Caveman Rube. How was your stream? And how was content warning?
What actually is that game like? Is it an FPS or what?
It's like it's what's that game called? The one where you've got those
Lethal
trash
Company.
collectors.
Think of Lethal Company, but instead of going to collect trash, it's you and a handful of other people with a camera trying to catch spooky stuff.
Fair enough.
Think of like a combination of Lethal Company and Phasmophobia is the best thing I can think of.
Oh no, guys! I think I'm going to have the Conservative Party in power soon. I've got 64%.
Rip your
projected
economy. You played the Lethal Company with CD and Llama, and then after Llama dropped, you did some content warning. Awesome. That sounds like a wonderful way to spend an evening, my friend.
I mean, I picked that game up for free because it was running for free on Steam for a while, wasn't it?
Free on April Fools, because that's when they released it. And that particular company does that every year. I forget their name, but yeah. They make a Mimi game like that every year. Like, I think their first foray into that was the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator guys made their character, like, put all their characters and their ragdoll physics into a battle royale. Was their first April Fools. And the content warning was this year's. I swear to God, I've been trying to pass this law for 2 sessions. It's just, if you look up, down, up, down, down. It doesn't want to pick a direction to just pass. Bremen has Schleswig-Holstein now. Is some of the Danish region immediately taken away from the Prussians?
How did that war end over there?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Prussia, entirely confident in its existence, is immediately bankrolling Brazil and the Ottoman Empire. Somehow. Kind of noticed that whatever they did with the last update, they pushed Prussia too hard. Because it used to be that Prussia would 95% of the time form the North German Confederation at least. And obviously that is a stepping stone away from just forming Prussia. And then, because they did it so often, they pushed the window in the opposite direction, so now you almost never see Prussia form the North German Confederation.
Okay. So I guess it's pretty hard for Germany to be formed by the AI in this game.
Yeah.
There were some pretty big issues with it before as well, because I had a game where I was playing as, of course, the Netherlands, and I had taken over Hanover completely and incorporated it into my country. And I was good friends with Prussia, but at some point they decided, I'm gonna form Germany now. And we fought a big war, and I defended against them and was able to keep Hanover. But due to some bug, there was like no truce timer, so they could just immediately declare war again. And then I forced them to white peace by tagging over to them, and then they could just do it right away again.
Oh.
So I hope they fix that, but it seems I haven't seen them form Germany again for a while.
Tunis is taking over Tripoli. That's interesting.
Also,
Seen it fighting.
I fast forwarded to see what this would be like as the Pope before I would go to bed, and there's a rebellion, like you said, of the northern Italian states versus Austria. And I was like, yeah, I'll join you, but then Russia turned to the side of Austria.
Sorry,
and I'm
Holland.
like, what?
I've got a diplomatic play going on, and it says I can sway one to my side, but I can't see which one it is or how to do it.
Should be a little
Oh,
green
never
dot
mind.
next to, yeah.
Stupid
wow.
America's got involved.
Yeah, America's decided to side with Norway for some reason.
Got 80 days until my election's due, but apparently the National Party has just received a 30% momentum boost for an open market.
God damn it, America ruins everything.
It really does.
The election.
Can you
Wait a minute.
not like sway like Russia, maybe Russia or France or Britain or something to your side?
I can sway the United Kingdom, but I would have to transfer Norway to them, which defeats the whole point.
Yeah, let me annex Norway by giving it to someone else.
Screw it, I'm gonna
I
do
mean-
it.
They're protective of me, but I'll join you in your time of need.
I don't know how that's going to work. Where your goal is to annex Norway, and then their supportive goal is to have Norway transferred over.
You have to give it over.
Well, he just got Britain to side with him with the promise of transferring Norway, but the war goal is to annex Norway. Oh, and no, it's not. The Hindustan.
More fish. Anyone would like some Chilean fish?
I'll take the chili.
Sounds like the fish is a little too cold. Could you heat it up before you eat me?
There's a secret there you don't know about. Each one comes with a special surprise inside. Why have I got sulfur mines?
Because the market
What
uses
use is sulfur mines?
fertilizer and paper, as well as flankers explosives.
And explosives.
Well, if I could actually employ people for this place, they're not hiring. Because I'm not
we have a
using
lot
it.
of sulfur at the moment.
The thing is, what I like about it is I have literally no unemployed people. They literally get into the job market and they immediately got jobs.
You should try playing a high population nation afterwards once you get a handle on the game and see how that handles. Like Korea or Japan.
I've literally got 57k radicals, and that keeps going down.
Yeah, because your standard of living keeps going up.
Well, that and probably because I dropped my taxes from high
Cries
to
in
low.
605,000.
My loyalists are 126k. What's your budget at, Flanker? What's your taxation per level?
Low.
I would like to point out, with all of
Surprised
us,
you got so many radicals then.
with all of us supporting Russ, Russ is the 10th most highest standard of living in the entire world.
How do I find out what my standing is for? I'm 80.
I've got a question. So,
61?
hello? I have the option to join Sweden's customs union. Is that something that I would want to do? Is that something that Russ would want to accept?
I'd be fine with it, but I mean, if you're doing all right on your own, then
Oh,
The only thing that I would say is that is a lot of peasants that would be introduced to our market.
yeah, that could be an issue.
so it's a bad thing, you're saying? It's bad for
No,
you?
no.
Bad for, or
I mean,
would be
they
good for
must
me?
already
Bad
be
for you?
meeting their needs. Well, after we're about to go into a major war, so I definitely wouldn't want to be doing it now for either of us.
Okay.
But once this is concluded, I may need you to join just so my entire country doesn't collapse.
Okay.
It is short of ammunition. Would you like me to start building manufactories for ammunition?
Probably a good idea. Although Flanker's got them in his queue, I'm sure he'll get around to it eventually.
Wait, you're fighting Norway? I thought they were already a part of your...
Yeah, I wanted to annex them so I can get them to build things that are helpful. Here come the Americans.
Oh, sorry, I missed all you guys talking about this earlier. So
Wow,
yeah,
no,
America joins... Right.
I'm sorry, predicted earnings for munition plants is minus 2.34k. No, I'm not building that.
This is why you said America ruins everything, right? I missed the
Yep.
context of that. Okay.
God, and they have so many armies, they're really trying to push hard too.
Alright, now I am headed for bed. Best of luck
Night, Holland.
versus the Yankees.
Good night, mate.
Good
No, bud.
night.
Oh, results are in. The Conservatives with 58.5% of the vote.
Well, at the very least, America going to war with Britain means they're never going to actually get all of the West Coast. Technically weakening America. Because they need really good relations with Britain to do the purchase of, like, Idaho and Washington State and such.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering why the borders were a bit different to our timeline in that part of the world. I'm sure Chaos will be happy about that.
I don't think I really want cultural exclusion.
Well, cultural exclusion's actually, I think, the best one you can have until multiculturalism. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What about racial segregation? I've heard good things about
That's-
that. Victoria, 3 things. This does not reflect on the stream.
Cultural exclusion is technically better than racial segregation.
Yes.
Uh,
No, I'm just looking at the things that you can get because obviously racial segregation, you get minus 10 radicals and plus 10 loyalists, whereas you get
That's-
half of that.
that's in accepted cultures.
Hmm. I'm just looking at what laws I could pass.
So, the thing that I would say is the more towards more national you are, the less likely you'll have immigrants from foreign countries once you become a well-off enough nation that people will want to immigrate to you. It's entirely possible to basically have your population increase faster than you can construct buildings for them if you have a high standard of living and you have multiculturalism.
I would like to get some poor laws for the social security sector.
Yeah, since everyone's already working, you're not going to pay anything. I'd like to point out China actually starts with poor laws, so it doesn't really affect them at the beginning, but like in some of those places they have almost 500 million, 500,000 unemployed, which is probably crippling their economy.
Wow.
And it's so difficult to actually build up all of the buildings for China because there's so many people in China, like half the world population.
I'm sorry, I'm trading how much iron?
Whoever said Britannia rules the waves is a liar. That somehow, like, they've actually engaged the Americans and they're somehow outnumbered, and then it's the same on land, and I'm just baffled as to why I even bother bringing in the UK.
I mean, they're helping somewhat. I mean, the battle that's going on right now, they're winning.
Where are you looking?
I can see the battle pop-ups. And there's a winning battle, and then there's your offense is actually winning. You're winning an offensive battle, led by your general,
Where's this?
on your front line.
Oh yeah.
Why are they losing in the sea, though? Is it just that?
That's the weird thing, because like strength-wise, it was pretty even on land, but I think they have like 100 ship advantage, like more than double the Americans in ships. But so
Yeah,
far,
they're just not
they don't seem to be using
deploying
them.
enough of them.
Yeah, to be
least
fair, they may be
fighting.
redeploying from the other side of the world.
Yeah. There's a battle in the Straits of Dover, which the British are also losing.
Yep.
Does
They-
sound
they
like they're
brought-
getting bent over.
They brought
Yep.
3,000 sailors. The Americans brought 8.8 thousand sailors. So. Yeah, they're just not.
To be fair, Dover's a tiny town.
And do you know what'll make this really fun? I'm trying to pass homesteading, and the thingamablobs are not happy. The landowners.
Oh yeah,
The
landowners
high
would be happy.
radicalism.
Landowners definitely not be happy about losing that.
Nice fire. So apparently losing wars is good, which is the approach that Russ was taking as well.
Yeah, I'm learning from the best.
Perfect government to make laissez-faire. The only thing that I would say about laissez-faire is that you cannot delete buildings with laissez-faire.
I mean, why are you trying to get me into power?
And Laz is definitely not fair.
What are you talking about? Just give me all your chocolate. I'll be very fair to you.
Look at that, Russ. You actually took part of Norway.
What's that? Now, if we could very quickly take the rest of it so I can end this dang war.
It's okay. The British are losing a fight there, which is a defensive fight, so it's probably going to cancel your games.
All this just so I can end up worse off than when I started.
That is indeed what war is good for.
Well, I don't like it. We need to make war more efficient. The good news is it seems the Americans are always taking more casualties.
Yeah,
So I
best
guess we'll just have to
possible
bleed
thing
them white.
Best possible thing would be them leaving.
Yeah, that too. Well, it seems the UK's gained naval supremacy as well. Apart from in the Channel. Although even in the Channel they've got the numbers at least.
Admiral Roderick Cormac. That sounds like a very Victorian name.
If he wins, I'll promote him to Admiral General.
It's a very aggressive back and forth. Like, you kicked the crap out of one of their armies. They had 10,000 more men on the field, and you still won.
Is that the one in the south?
Yeah.
They
Right,
also
Russ.
took twice as many casualties.
Russ, my man. My buddy. My bosom.
What do you want?
Nothing. I'm going to flood the Swedish market with a bit more iron, because apparently it's lacking a bit.
That should be
Okay.
sorting itself out. I'm already you on plus 250.
I already... How much do I make?
Apparently, that's largely because we're exporting a lot to East Asia.
Yeah,
I'm
people
just-
just constantly start
I
new
already
trade
produce
routes with me.
122.
Oh, that's cute.
We're actually exporting iron
How much?
to China.
Sorry, Faker. How much do you do?
302. 532 actually. I've got an excess of 302.
I do 1.3k.
Yeah, I know. If you actually look
And that's
at
in
the
one
world,
province.
I'm the 981st iron mine producer.
Oh, 2 fights? Aw, your offense is losing.
Yeah, the highest person's Great Britain with literally just under 4k, and then Sweden is in 10th with 670.
I
That
will
can't
note
be right.
I will note we are exporting iron to China, so whoever they're taking that from is getting a lot of money. And most of the iron that you build is just going to go to China.
Yeah, actually, I could go from atmospheric engine to condensing engine and pump out even more, and it would be profitable. So I'm going to do it.
That's a fair point.
But if I end an alliance, but declare my interest in taking their land after 12, I think it's 12 months.
Oh, and when I
Oh,
said I do 1.3k, that's actually all of us combined.
Uh,
Sorry, that's what were you saying?
So I want to take over a state in the Argentinian Confederation.
Okay.
So I obviously have to end my alliance with them. So
Yes.
do I need to damage relationships? Relations
Yeah,
with
you
them?
will have
Yeah.
to be able to declare war. It's kind of annoying.
Because they need to not be friendly with you in order for you to declare war.
Okay, I'll end my alliance with them now. I don't see the point in having an alliance with them.
That's finally my munitions plant's coming online, I think. Oh no, a year until they're online. That was my explosives factory coming online.
This is not good. The Americans still have like, oh my god, England's got 100 divisions
Get
just
access.
sat in London.
I so badly need to have trains. My market access is just 78% in all areas now. It's actually painful. However, my national debt is piling up.
Yeah, I only have 12 million in the bank now. 1 million in the bank, sorry, 12 million investment pool.
I'm in credit.
I am not.
That's the problem when you join a game that's already in progress, because obviously the AI's already done stuff. The priority is different. Because in my solo game, I was prioritizing increasing the standard of living, which actually is 10.8 on mine. Apparently. So we're still impoverished. But yeah, I was prioritizing like fishing wharfs, grain fields, and all that, and I had a population boom eventually because I was getting at least 10k every year annually. But this one, I'm not even getting over 8. I think. Yeah, again, just slightly over 8.
Hobo, I have the option to form an alliance with you or a defensive pact. Would either of those be useful to you at all?
I don't know if there would be unless you want to randomly send your army to come over and start conquering Africans. No,
Maybe.
yeah, I wouldn't want to pull you in like that.
Yeah,
It'd be better
okay.
for your economy to increase your standard of living.
I feel like me and Flanker should
I'm
be
trying.
upset by this.
I will shortly be going into debt on it's temporary national expenses minus 48.6k construction goods.
If you're going to go into debt, it might be useful to lower the amount of construction you're doing. So I know you had a massive surplus at the start, but
Well, I don't know if this is good or bad. I've got 58 construction. I did focus on it quite a bit last time I was playing, or the week before that. It seems like I needed quite a lot to be able to actually build anything.
yeah, that's the side effect of being such an underdeveloped nation. So underdeveloped that you can't even efficiently tax most of your people.
Yeah.
But in the amount of bureaucracy you would be paying to tax all those people, you'd actually be losing money because you're taxing
Paying
subsistence
for all
farmers.
these officials, right?
Yeah.
What time do we want to finish?
Oh, we normally finished 10 minutes ago, but
Yeah, I don't realize the time. I'll save up then.
Idle
Thanks
question.
games.
Do you
Yes,
even
thanks everyone. The
have-
game is now saved.
Do you even have annexing Norway as like a pressable work goal?
Don't think so.
That is very strange. So I'm guessing is what it's doing is once you win, it's going to transfer Norway to Great Britain because of the reason you
Yeah,
called them.
that would make sense.
That's okay. Wow.
So instead of Britain joining my war, it's basically I'm supporting their war to get Norway as a puppet for them.
Wow.
I would not blame you if you loaded this up in single player and like just nope that result.
Nah, it's all good. I might just reload the different save. Nah, so it's fine. So I'll probably just propose peace. All they want is a treaty port, and they'll accept it. So
And the treaty port just means you can trade, or they can trade with you without using boats.
oh, that's actually kind of handy.
Basically connects them to our market more effectively.
Right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
no, bud.
Right.
Thanks for games.
Might do a couple of rounds of COD. Give me just a second to do the changeover.
Oh, do you need players?
Sure.
Okay.
Back in a sec. Right, for those that are watching on YouTube, there'll be a new stream going up. If you wouldn't mind doing the whole liking and subscribing thing, it'll be very much appreciated. As we'll be switching over to Call of Duty for a few games. So, how do you say, Manor-Lords? I think that's going to be tomorrow, Fire, hopefully. I have